standing here with the man, the myth, the legend, the behind-the-scenes guy, the owner of Image 360, Tim White. He is, I don't know, I guess you kind of do everything here. You're involved in the wraps, which is what we're working on right now. And then you guys offer a bunch of different services that we're not going to get into a great detail today, but, you know, from business cards, framing, signage. I mean, you guys are involved, clothing. You guys do a lot of things here besides just wraps. But today we'll talk about the wraps.
Sure.
It's been a pleasure working with you over these last 4 or 5 years. Your team that you've assembled here is awesome, and we all know getting the right team together can have its challenges at times.
Sure.
But yeah, I guess I'll kind of turn it over to you to just tell the folks at home about, you know, kind of how'd you get into doing wraps, or how did that all start?
Sure. Well, like you said, Chad, we are a full-service sign company, and one of the things that most sign companies get into is vehicles in general, whether that be trucks, boats, vans, cars. Most companies that have company vehicles like to wrap their vehicles or get their logos on, at least for some form of advertising. And beyond just the basic logos, people have found that getting a wrap is a much better way of attracting attention and getting your name out in front of people on a daily basis as your car or truck is either parked on a job site or going down the highway or on the street. So about 5 years ago, we really decided we wanted to get into the wrapping business. Wraps were becoming much more popular in the Midwest, not only for commercial vehicles, but also in the fishing industry like yourself. And I guess fishermen found that it was a real good way to promote their sponsors. So we started getting into it slowly, and it's really taken off over the last 5 years. So working with you has also been a pleasure. It's really interesting getting to know the fishing industry and just getting to know you as a person and what you're looking for and how we can help you promote your other sponsors and promote your business. So.
Sure. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, when I'm, you know, because my truck is my everyday driver.
Sure.
So wherever I'm driving that thing, whether it's to a gas station, to a restaurant, just down the highway, I mean, it's basically a rolling billboard for not only my brand, but all the brands, including yours, that I represent.
Sure.
And having these wraps that just pop when they roll down the road, I mean, they are definitely eye-catching. And I have people come up to me all the time at the gas stations, the grocery stores, restaurants, you know, wherever I am, you know, the sports shows more recently, you know, that had a lot of questions about wraps. And it's a great investment. It's great for promoting, like I said, you know, your business itself, other businesses like me where I have, you know, multiple sponsors. And it's amazing how well the wraps hold up, especially the vehicle wraps, considering the conditions that Wisconsin weather throws at it.
Yes.
I mean, it's just amazing how well that stuff holds up. So, I mean, it's a great investment. You know, and a lot of people don't understand the amount of work from, you know, the beginning to the end. I mean, doing especially a wrap, I mean, or I guess anything, decals, signage. I mean, it's a process. There's a lot of links in the chain, I guess, to get to the final product.
Sure. Yeah, the whole process is quite lengthy. From the time we start thinking about it and talking about what type of design you're looking for or what type of a design in general people want, what they're trying to promote within their business. The nice thing about a wrap is you can pretty much put anything on a wrap that you could design on a computer. Everything is full color, so you can put photos on if you want to, or any other type of imagery. You're not limited to any certain colors or anything. And like you said, they're going to last for a long time. Definitely a good investment for anybody that wants to do something that's maybe a little out of the ordinary or non-traditional in the advertising realm.
Sure. Well, I appreciate your time. I'm super excited to see how this one turns out again. I know it's going to turn out great. And I'll put all of Tim's contact info, his phone number, his website, all that stuff. If you guys are interested in a wrap or signage or decals or all of that, it'll be in the description on YouTube. I'm going to put it on the video as well. Give Tim a call here at the office. Come sit down with him. You know, give him your ideas. and he can maybe implement or add some things to those ideas to make the magic all come together. But Tim, it's been a pleasure.
You as well, Chad.
Thank you. Looking
Yep.
forward to the future.
Sounds good.
Well, folks, I'm sitting here at Image 360. I got Jordan, the guy who makes the magic happen on the computer before it goes on the truck, the boat, the whatever you're putting your graphics on. Just wanted to introduce him to everybody out there. Jordan, do you have anything you want to say, add? I know you're sitting behind the computers, kind of the behind the scenes guy most of the time, but you are out in the shop once in a while, checking on the process as it goes on, whatever it's going on.
Just making sure they do it correctly.
Hey, that's what's important. But you know, like I said, he's most of the time Jordan's in his office, which is nice. It's got windows, sitting behind his computer screens. Like I said, kind of making the first part of the magic happen, the behind the scenes stuff, and then eventually all the vinyl and everything gets cut, or the stickers, or whatever it happens to be, the signage. Do you do anything with the clothing side of it?
A little bit. I've been helping out with Crown Trophy a little bit more.
Okay.
Setting up some trophies and plaques and apparel designs. So.
Gotcha. You know, and when he gets logos into, because he was just explaining to me off camera, you know, the process of, you know, cleaning up some of these logos so they look great when they go on like in my case, the wrap, or if you're just doing decal, do you have to do that when you do just decals too? Yeah. Same type of process.
Yeah, so the cutter knows how to trace the outline.
Okay. Gotcha. But I wanted to introduce you to Jordan. Like I said, he's kind of the behind the scenes guy. You do see him out in the shop once in a while too. But another vital part of the Image 360 team down here. Thanks for giving me a couple minutes, Jordan. I'm going to let you get back to work so we can finish getting the wraps on my truck and my boat.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anyway, how's it going, folks? I am standing inside the Image 360 shop where the magic happens. I am standing here with Ben. This is the guy that installs the magic on your truck, your boat. Also does stuff with signs and everything else. I just wanted to introduce you to him because he's kind of a behind the scenes guy, but kind of not, because you do go out into places to put up signs. And
I'm everywhere.
You're everywhere. So just tell us a little bit about what you do. Obviously, I know you do the wraps because we're going to show that in the video.
Yep.
Wraps on the truck, wraps on the boat. Tell us about, you know, some of the sign projects you've done recently. A couple of them.
Well, basically, I've been sticking mainly to the all the wraps and stuff like that. I'm doing the vehicle wraps, and occasionally I'll do the table work as well.
Okay.
I started doing this maybe 25 years ago, and I was from the Falls, Menominee Falls.
Yep.
I met someone, moved up here, and then started doing it ever since. And I don't know, I must have at least 50, 60 of these, 70 of these under my belt, so
A few
maybe more.
A few hours worth.
Yeah,
A few hours
a couple
worth.
hours, yeah.
Well, in watching you do these wraps, you know, because I get a ton of questions on, you know, just everything from the beginning to the ending process, and it is a process.
It definitely is a process, and you have to know the ways of the vinyl, you know, how to lay it down and apply it and stuff like that, because it can be a bit tricky.
I'm sure. But yeah, I'm just watching Ben, and as you'll see in the video or saw in the video, depending on where this interview process is in the video, you know, you're basically taking a blank canvas, printing out a piece of vinyl off of the printer, and then having to fit it around all the little nooks and crannies and bumps and humps of the vehicle, which is, you're an artist.
Yeah, in a way you can see it that way.
For sure. I mean, you're not painting it on,
nope,
but
sure
you might as well be painting it on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just want to introduce everybody to Ben. Like I said, he's kind of a behind the scenes guy, but not always behind the scenes guy. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video, or enjoy this video, depending on where it's at in the video. And thanks, Ben, for your time and all your hard work.
I love doing this stuff for people and making, you know, creative vision.
Yeah.
So,
you do great work. You do great work. So I
you.
appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So I see you just cut all of that basically and took some of that backing off to get the adhesive side, or is it adhesive?
Yeah,
That's
the
on
back
the-
side of this is all adhesive.
Is all adhesive?
Yeah, the backing that I pulled off is just a backing to protect the adhesive.
Okay.
You usually got to get things pretty flat and straight before you start squeegeeing down, otherwise you'll create wrinkles.
Sure.
A lot of pulling and stretching.
Wouldn't it be nice if vehicles and stuff were just flat,
Like trailers.
like trailers?
Yeah, trailers are pretty easy to do. And you usually got to cut away sections where it doesn't need to get wrapped. It makes it easier for the install. That way it allows you to get into your grooves here. Into me doing the sign thing, I got introduced to this wrap thing when it came out, and I took a niche to it, and I've been doing it ever since.
It's definitely a niche thing. I mean, even today with the, you know, as decaling and wrapping, whatever it might be, has become, it seems like much more popular.
Yeah, it has. It has in the last 5 years, I think. 5-6 years, it's really blown up.
the base part of the wrap is complete. Now the final step, putting the logos on. Well, and here's the finished product. And of course, there's Potter in there. Job well done, Image 360.